In this one, we're back to the Z3, and yeah. Well, we got some tuning to do, but that's a start, so let's get into it. Well, we got a lot done. I didn't want to do tedious videoing of just wiring and stuff like that on the car. So we're going to go through exactly what I did, some of the things that I did do with like the power steering and stuff like that. I keep getting questions. I mean, even though it's in the other videos, but I guess we'll go through it all again. We do have the car all back together. The exhaust is on. I got to pull it off because I'm going to put a little downspout on the exhaust tip here. Instead of just straight out. I got one cut for it and stuff, but that's all done. The interior's all back together for the most part, all that good stuff. And I gotta order a lot of little pieces of interior because they're all broke, but we'll get into where we're at on this. Obviously not 100% right now, out I guess, and show you exactly what I did. But like I said, everything's back together. I even got the under tray in and all that good stuff. So let me get the hood open and we'll go through some of this stuff. Marcus did get some shots of me wiring and stuff, so we'll put it in here. We'll edit this all together, I guess, and we'll go from there.
I've been dreaming on in my head like I've seen it. A life worth living is a life with meaning. I'll do what I love till my heart stops beating. I'm feeding this demon. Got a taste, can't erase bitterness in my face. Work a job every day till your dreams fade away. Like a card, never change, play the game that we say. I need a break. I'm staying strong, need to move on to be what I want. I'll keep dreaming on. I'm staying strong, need to move on to be what I want. I'll keep dreaming on. Face on when I chase like that, yeah, I play so strong with a knife in the back. I'ma swing home run like a baseball bat, gonna see me rise.
She wants more fuel.
More fuel?
I think so. We're gonna try. It's hard without the wideband that I'm waiting on. We might want more fuel or less fuel. We'll see. It's almost there. Let's try less fuel. Almost. This is the fun of not having a wideband. Let's try less. Let's try 6.
A few moments later.
Literally just had it running. All right, let's see how good my fuel is in the car. Plug's a little wet, not flooded, whatever. So we'll get this torch out and try to make it work. Hit this plug with fire. We got nothing. Sweet. So I need to drain this tank. It's gonna be fun.
Bro, I'm straight up not having a good time.
So we're gonna go through what I did. Like I said, the tedious wiring and stuff like that. It's kind of like, I don't know, I don't like making videos of just wiring and all that stuff. So we used the 4-cylinder BMW radiator. Obviously, we got an electric fan that's getting switched out to a spale tube. That thing makes a lot of noise, doesn't push much air. But for my heater to work and the overflow to work, I just made a T on here. You know, I drilled a hole in the radiator, cut it, and this runs to the heater hose, or it is the heater hose that runs up here to that. So the electric water pump is just Davy Craig's, and as long as we're on this side, it pulls through. So the heat works in this car, and just aluminum pipes. I've got the BMW 4-pin deal that I welded into here. So the gauge cluster works with the temperature, and then that's just the water pump controller and fan controller, and then the OEM RX8 coolant temp sensor for the ECU. But I made this wire harness all module, plugs in power and stuff up here. This other one goes to the old X20 connector on this that runs all the gauge clusters, speedometer, everything. So everything works on the gauge cluster. I ran the power down and split it. It's all off of the factory relays, and so the factory BMW relay for the ignition is wired into the ignition, and the same thing for the fuel injectors. But I also made the fuel injector harness so it can unplug. So if I decide, you know, I'm going to do a different manifold, whatever, I can just unplug it and plug it in. I used all Deutsch connectors on everything, as you can see, buried down in there. I got to clean it up a little bit. And fuel pressure sensor for the ECU. I'm running just a non-return system with a Corvette fuel pressure regulator. It's NA. It's 58 pounds of pressure, so it's all good. No issues there. It holds steady. And for that front cover, everybody asked, we put a breather on it because that's all plugged off back there. So the breathing is right there. So far, no oil coming out of it. If so, I can run an 8-AN line up, put a catch can here, and whatever at that point. So that's all done. So the alternator I mounted over here because we got this stupid steering rack in the way. So it was either put it way up here high, look dumb, but that is actually a water pump housing that I cut down, flipped around, because it's still got its stock spacer on it and all that stuff, and basically kind of cleaned it up nice and just went over to the side like that. And it's a REW alternator, all wired into the ECU and dash, so it charges normally and stuff like that. So that's all done. Wiring, I still gotta put it on a few brackets and stuff like that and hold it into place. And then that's just a primer system that I came up with this motor. Do a couple squirts, no dry starts. Actually helps it start a lot easier with this gigantic porting on this engine. I get so much overlap. If I open up the throttles while you crank it, you can hear the overlap blow back through them. So little trick setup, and works perfect. And just a regular racing beat header fit in this thing with a little bit of clearance. And we got the 3-inch all the way back. Hangs a little lower than I'd like right there, but you can see it's not super low, but whatever. And then we got our 3-inch all the way back, and then the MagnaFlow on the back of it, which I will be putting another muffler on this as well, like right there, because I want to quiet it down as much as I can and stuff like that. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at with this. I got to make a bracket to hold the battery here, just a little. I've got these GM hold downs, which I'll riv nut, and then single bolt hold that down.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Well, now that we got this thing running, it was time to start installing some seats here. Leave them on the factory BMW mounts. That way we still have power seats and they're functional and movable. But now it's time to get on to some cosmetic stuff. We got to do the diff in this thing. We'll probably do some subframe reinforcements and stuff like that. We'll do in the next video. And yeah, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. That'd be cool.